California 27, it's Congressman Mike Garcia in the tunnels of the Capitol here, heading home today. I'll be home next week for the 4th of July festivities. We'll talk about those here in a second. This week we're focused primarily on the spending bills, fighting inflation, cutting spending, reversing the trend of deficit spending that we've had over the last few years. So very important that we pass these bills. That's what we've been fighting for a long time. I'll talk a little bit about that here as well. At the beginning of this week, I spent Monday down in San Diego looking at a shipyard and figuring out, hopefully, a solution moving forward to improve the capacity of our nation's shipbuilding. Relative to China, we're in a really tough position in terms of building ships for our military. So that was a focus on Monday. This week in D.C., we actually had something very cool. We hosted Miss Alex Coons and her family. They live in Acton, and she was the winner of our annual art competition. And as you can see right here, the theme was aviation and airplanes, and we've got this beautiful rendition of the F-22, probably one of the best fighter jets ever made. As an F-18 guy, it pains me to say that, but it really is an awesome machine, and she did a fantastic job with the colors, and you can see the bald eagle shadow underneath it, so very patriotic, just a great demonstration of artistic skills. So congratulations, Alex, for winning the competition. This painting will hang here in the tunnel for the next year, and we'll be walking by it every day. We talked about the spending bills earlier. One of the spending bills that we're voting on this week is the defense spending bill from appropriations. This is the bill that actually funds our military, takes care of our troops. Again, it has the 20% pay raise for our junior enlisted that I've been pushing for. Hopefully this passes and we can get this through the Senate and have the president sign it into law. Right now our troops are making less than minimum wage, less than our fast food workers, and it's a real challenge, obviously. We also this week had the privilege of meeting with some of our federal wildland firefighters. They were a big supporter of our Fire Weather Development Act that we got passed a couple of weeks ago, so they came in to thank us for that. But they also need help. The federal firefighters are making a fraction of what the county firefighters are making, the state firefighters, and we need to take care of those folks. As you know, especially in our district in Santa Clarita, Acton, Agua Dulce, and the hills around us, about half of the wildlands are actually federal wildlands. So to have those firefighters at the federal level being taken care of is very important. So we've been pushing the pay increases for them to keep them whole, especially during these tough times. The other big news that I'm ultra focused, laser focused on national security. The open border right now is probably the biggest security threat that our country has seen in 50 years. We've got more than 10 million people that have come across our southern border without accountability, wide open. And there's been reports now recently that more than 400 ISIS-affiliated terrorists are among those millions of folks. So. Like we said, this is an invasion. This has been an invasion for 3.5 years. We need to secure our border. This is a problem from President Biden himself that we need to take care of. And the fact that Secretary Mayorkas said that this was flat out a lie and untrue is actually in and of itself a lie and untrue. There are known terrorists here in the country. And we know of at least some 400 ISIS fighters that have crossed the border as a result of the open border. So this is a huge problem that is frankly setting us up for a sort of 9/11 type event here coming up in the future. So I want to remind you guys that if you're having an issue with a federal agency, whether it's the IRS, Social Security, the VA, please just call our office. If you're spending more than a few days working this out and you're not getting the responses, call our office. That's what our staff does. That's what they're good at. We'll get you the check. We had an example of someone who still hadn't gotten their 2023 tax return. They called our office. We reached out to the IRS, got it taken care of, and got their $8,300 deposited directly into their account within just a couple of days. So please let us help you with the federal agencies. They're not hitting on 8 cylinders right now. They're not all going back to work. And you shouldn't have to call your congressman to get the help, but we're more than happy to do that. So. Next week, like I said, I'll be back in the district. We've got the 4th of July, our country's 248th birthday celebration. I'll be in the parade with my family, some volunteers as well, the staff, and in Santa Clarita, going right down Main Street, Newhall. It's going to be a fantastic event. Hopefully not too hot, but look forward to seeing you there. Have a good, safe 4th of July. Be back in DC the week after that. So God bless, take care, guys. And as a reminder, we do have a big town hall coming up in August. We'll do that in Santa Clarita at College of the Canyons. More information coming out on that. And as always, just subscribe to the newsletter, and we'll keep you up to speed on everything happening here in the district. So take care.